Lil Scrappy exposes Bambi for stealing $1 million using his MasterCard. In the world of hip-hop and reality TV, relationships often make for headline stories. From feuds and breakups to high-profile weddings and reconciliations, these public figures are constantly under scrutiny, and their personal lives are often splashed across tabloids, social media, and television screens. However, what happens when a relationship takes a sudden, shocking turn and a trust that once seemed solid is broken? This is exactly what happened in the unexpected and explosive drama between rapper Lil Scrappy and his wife Bambi, when Scrappy exposed her for allegedly stealing a whopping $1 million from him using his MasterCard. The backstory: love and drama. Lil Scrappy, born Daryl Raynard Richardson, is a well-known figure in the world of hip-hop, particularly for his role in the reality TV show Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta. Over the years, Scrappy's tumultuous relationships and dramatic personal life have been a mainstay of the show. His romance with Bambi, a former model and reality TV personality, became one of the most talked-about storylines in the series. Fans of the show watched as the two got together, fell in love, faced their ups and downs, and eventually got married. Their love story was seen by many as a classic example of opposites attract. Scrappy, a former troubled youth from Atlanta, found stability and love with Bambi, a woman who seemed to bring out the best in him. Together, they built a family, and Scrappy appeared to have found happiness with his new wife and their children. But as with many relationships in the public eye, things took a dark turn. In the midst of their marriage, an unforeseen scandal erupted, leaving fans and followers stunned. Lil Scrappy accused his wife Bambi of an unimaginable betrayal, stealing a substantial amount of money from him. The accusation: $1 million missing. Scrappy's shocking revelation came after months of speculation and minor hints on social media. Fans of the couple noticed that something was off, as Scrappy began posting cryptic messages about trust and betrayal. At first, people thought it was just another typical social media rant, but when Scrappy went public with the accusation that Bambi had stolen $1 million from him, the news spread like wildfire. The rapper claimed that Bambi had used his MasterCard to siphon off funds without his knowledge. According to Scrappy, he had trusted his wife with access to his financial accounts, but Bambi allegedly took advantage of this trust. Over time, she had been making large unexplained purchases and transferring substantial sums of money to accounts that Scrappy didn't recognize. When Scrappy began to notice the discrepancies, he hired a forensic accountant to trace the transactions, and the results were staggering. Scrappy's claim was that over the course of several months, Bambi had stolen a total of $1 million from his account. These funds, according to Scrappy, were used for luxury items, lavish vacations, and other personal expenses that had nothing to do with their household or family needs. Scrappy was reportedly blindsided, as he had always believed that their marriage was built on mutual trust and respect. The fallout: public shock and disbelief. The announcement sent shockwaves through social media, and fans of the couple were quick to react. While some were quick to defend Bambi, claiming that there must be some misunderstanding, many others were quick to rally behind Scrappy, expressing outrage at what seemed to be a massive betrayal of trust. The idea of a partner stealing such a large amount of money, especially within a marriage, struck a nerve with many followers who were already familiar with the couple's complicated relationship history. Lil Scrappy's followers flooded social media with messages of support, calling for accountability and questioning Bambi's motives. Some users speculated that Bambi may have been under pressure, feeling like she was entitled to certain luxuries, or perhaps even feeling like Scrappy was not treating her well in the relationship. Others, however, felt that this was a clear case of greed and deception, where Bambi had taken advantage of Scrappy's kindness and trust for her own gain. The revelation also ignited discussions about finances in relationships, especially when it comes to celebrity couples who often have significant wealth. Many people began asking whether there should be stricter boundaries when it comes to handling money in a marriage, particularly when one partner has significantly more financial resources than the other. Bambi's response: denial and deflection. In the days following Scrappy's bombshell revelation, Bambi responded publicly, denying all allegations. She took to social media to issue a statement, claiming that the accusations were false and that she had not stolen any money from Scrappy. In her defense, she argued that any money she spent was either part of a joint decision between them or money that Scrappy had given her permission to use for personal expenses. Bambi's post was filled with defensive language, denying any wrongdoing and insisting that there was a misunderstanding. She even accused Scrappy of fabricating the story in order to make her look bad and to create drama for his own gain. In her version of the story, she claimed that the financial transactions Scrappy was referring to were legitimate, and that the accusations were part of a larger attempt to undermine her character. However, many people saw her response as an attempt to deflect blame. Some observers noted that Bambi's denial lacked concrete evidence to counter Scrappy's claims. While Scrappy had reportedly provided forensic evidence tracing the financial transactions back to Bambi's spending, Bambi's public statements were vague and focused more on her hurt feelings than on addressing the specific details of the allegations. The legal drama, lawsuits, and court battles. As the scandal continued to unfold, it became clear that this was not just a case of a marital dispute. Lil Scrappy had reportedly begun working with his legal team to explore his options for holding Bambi accountable for the alleged theft. According to sources close to Scrappy, the rapper was considering filing a lawsuit against his wife for financial fraud, which could potentially lead to a long and drawn-out court battle. If the allegations were proven true, Bambi could face serious legal consequences. Theft of such a large amount of money, especially from a spouse, could be considered a criminal offense, depending on the laws of the state they reside in. Furthermore, if Scrappy pursued a civil case, Bambi could be ordered to pay restitution for the stolen funds, as well as face significant reputational damage. The prospect of a court battle between the two also raised the question of how their assets would be divided in the event of a divorce. As a married couple with significant wealth, the division of their assets could be a complicated and contentious process, especially if allegations of theft were involved. If the case went to trial, the details of their financial situation and the inner workings of their relationship could become a matter of public record, further tarnishing their reputations. Fans react: divided opinions. The scandal sparked divided opinions among fans, with some taking sides in support of either Lil Scrappy or Bambi. For some, the idea of a partner betraying their spouse by stealing such a large amount of money was simply unforgivable. They felt that Scrappy had every right to expose the alleged theft and hold Bambi accountable. These fans argued that trust was the foundation of any relationship, and Bambi's alleged actions had destroyed that trust beyond repair. On the other hand, there were fans who believed that the situation was more complex. Some suggested that there might have been other underlying issues in their relationship that led to the alleged theft. These supporters pointed out that in many relationships, financial disagreements and mismanagement can occur, especially when large sums of money are involved. They cautioned against jumping to conclusions without hearing both sides of the story. Ultimately, the drama surrounding Lil Scrappy and Bambi became yet another example of how public figures' personal lives are often played out in front of millions of fans. Whether or not the accusations are true, the scandal had already left a lasting impact on their relationship and their public image. Moving forward, the future of their relationship. As of now, the future of Lil Scrappy and Bambi's relationship remains uncertain. While they have not officially separated, the trust between them appears to have been severely damaged. For Scrappy, the revelation that his wife allegedly stole such a large amount of money is a betrayal that may be difficult to forgive. For Bambi, the public humiliation and legal consequences could have long-lasting effects on both her personal and professional life. One thing is clear: the drama between Lil Scrappy and Bambi is far from over. Whether it ends in reconciliation, a messy divorce, or a prolonged legal battle, the fallout from this scandal will likely continue to capture the public's attention for the foreseeable future. At the heart of it all is a cautionary tale about trust, finances, and the consequences of betrayal in relationships. It's a stark reminder that even in the most glamorous of marriages, deception can lurk beneath the surface, and sometimes, the price of broken trust is far more than just money. It's the very foundation of the relationship itself.